Okay, folks, we're here. We're in Huntington Park. Hello, hello, hello. We're at Huntington Park. This is the Wiley Drake Show live from Huntington Park. And this is We the People Rising. And Buddy came and gave me a ride. And here comes the rest of We the People Rising. And there comes my politician friend.
I don't live here.
Oh, look at you. Hi!
I don't live here.
Dr. Sam
Well, I don't live here either.
That means I'm illegal.
Hi!
Oh,
Can
all right.
point it to the,
Yeah,
Can I be the mayor? I'll be the mayor.
Wow.
Y habló puras mierdas de eso. Está eso.
Yeah, hey, I'm going home.
Good sign.
Well, I always had to get the pretty girls on my television show, so that's when I like to do that. Good to see you. God bless you guys.
Thank you, Wiley, for being here.
Well, thank you for inviting me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Wiley Drake Show, live from Huntington Park. I'm not in Buena Park today. We're on the sidewalk. We're on public property, citizens' property. And this is the city that does not believe in the law. They believe that it's okay to break the law. It's against the law for a city employee to be employed by the city if they're an illegal alien. And yet they have two people that they have hired. And we are live here covering a group of people called We the People Rising.
Yes.
And one of the correspondents for the Wiley Drake Show is here. And that's Robin Benson. Robin, tell our listening audience what's going on here. Why are you and We the People Rising here? And what's happening in Huntington Park?
Well, Huntington Park has a group of beautiful citizens that are here today, and they are fighting their city having appointed two illegals to commission seats. And these citizens are standing up, and they asked for our group to come in and network with them and do a rally today to make issue of this.
Amen.
And we're broadcasting worldwide on Pastor Wiley's station. And Betty, this is Pastor Wiley's worldwide station.
You're live on television. Robin is a correspondent for the Wiley Drake Show.
Okay.
And we're here to cover not only what our correspondent is doing, but what the organization that is called We the People Rising is doing. We're in Huntington Park.
Organizer, Will, I'd say it's Betty right here.
Anybody else want to be on TV? You're welcome to.
We need to tell the story.
All right, hang on. Let me get a little closer to you. All right. Now,
The
when I interview people, I ask them three questions. Number one, who are you? Number two, where are you from? And number three, why are you here today? Go ahead.
I'm a child of God from Yucaipa, and the reason I'm here is to protest. One of the reasons is to protest Macias resigning right now because she lied to get in, and she's putting forth a liar's way to everybody. And if she lies to get in, and it's okay, I don't know if everybody knows the story about her, but she lied and said she lived in Huntington Park so she could become mayor. And in doing that, she didn't live in Huntington Park. She got a false address and said she lived there. Then when they found out she didn't live there, they fired the person that exposed her that she lived there, that she didn't live there. So it's just a big liar's circle here, and my name...
Politics as usual in Huntington Park, or is this new for them?
This is
This
old.
is always.
Okay.
This is
Now,
old.
same questions for you. Who are you? Where are you from? And why are you here?
My name is Betty Ratama, and I live in Huntington Park, and I have for the past 50 years.
50.
50.
All right, all right. Well, that makes you a resident citizen.
Yes, definitely.
Now-
I've seen a lot of changes over the years.
Now, you said that this is sort of typical politics, and
Yes,
Huntington
we've
Park.
had corruption here for some time.
What do you think should be done?
We need to get these people out of office. 4 of them. We have one good council member. He is excellent. Valentina Mesquita. The others need to go. They're breaking the law. They have no respect for us or our laws. And they, you know, those 2 that they appointed were brought here as children, and they could have made themselves legalized. They brag about all the volunteering that they have done, but as I've always been told, and I said the other night, charity begins at home.
Amen.
You would not feed the neighbors and let your family starve.
That's right.
And before they volunteer anywhere else, they need to take care of their own business.
Amen. Amen. Well,
Yes.
what else would you like to say to the television audience? You're on TV right now around the world. Anything else you'd like to say? Go ahead.
First of all, I would like to hear Donald Trump comment on our situation here.
All right, Donald, you heard it.
We need your help. And everybody else that can help us in any way, we need it. Please.
Well, the Wiley Drake Show's here to help you. We have a television show every day at 9 o'clock and every day at 5 o'clock. And we'll be more than happy to have anyone in our studio. And when invited, we show up at events that Robin and other organizations like We the People put together are citizens. They don't have to be an organization, but just a citizen that says, come and tell our story. We will tell your story to the whole world.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Huntington Park, California has 2. Do you know the positions they have?
I'm gonna do a video if you can make noise.
The 2 illegals.
The 2 illegals.
They are appointed to commissions, and they say they're not being paid. I'm sure they're getting something under the table, but if not, then maybe they want slaves. And we outlawed slavery in this country a long time ago.
Amen.
And they talk about racism. They are the ones who are racist. They told a black lady to go back to Africa. She's never been in Africa.
Yeah, amen. Thank you.
You're welcome.
USA! 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 USA!
Do we want to say anything about Pineda? Mama boy!
Recall Johnny!
Recall Johnny. How's that?
Recall Johnny!
Recall Johnny!
Recall Johnny!
Recall Johnny!
Recall Johnny!
Recall Johnny! Recall Johnny! Recall Johnny! Recall Johnny! Recall Johnny! Recall Johnny! Recall Johnny! Recall Johnny! Recall Johnny! Recall Johnny! Recall Johnny!
Recall Johnny! Hold on. There you go.
That's okay. Go right ahead.
How about council members? Well, not all of them, right? None of them. On the floor. There's Sanabria, Pineda, Anybody got any thoughts for the three council members?
Macias and Pineda are the two main enemies. Mayor Macias and Councilman Johnny Pineda.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention just for a moment.
Yes.
First of all, thank you for inviting me. And I want to say thank you to the correspondent for the Wiley Drake Show. The Wiley Drake Show is sponsored by the Congressional Prayer Conference of Washington, D.C. I am that chairman, and my correspondent at large, that means everywhere. She's not very large, but she is at large. That means she goes everywhere. And that's Robin Benson, and she is that. And we thank the Lord for her. And if any of you would like to be on TV with me, we're live on TV right now. You're already on TV, but if you'd like to do an interview, just come up to me and we'll be glad to do it. And I've got to shift the button.
I apologize. I wanted to get your whole intro, but I didn't get it.
That's okay. We'll do it again.
So we're trying to figure out what to say about the council members and about Pineda and Macias. So.
All right, go right ahead. You're live on the air.
Yes, I'm Mary Newman. I'm from Redlands, California, and my husband's very active in We the People Rising. And I wanted to say that I just got back from across the nation. I was on a trip, and I learned about this situation of appointing illegal aliens to a position in the civic arena. And I realize that that is a first step in which we can now, they can move into appointing people for other positions as well. And that they would, if they're going to bypass the rules in this situation, I think they will bypass the rules for appointing people to higher positions, and that this could be a real bad path to go down.
Amen.
It doesn't make sense, and I think that also if you're going to give illegals citizen privileges, we're just going to be in such trouble in our nation. Our rights are protected by the Constitution, and it is not okay to bring people from another country who are foreigners here, who are not citizens, and give them any kind of position at all. We have plenty of citizens who are capable and available.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you.
That's counting the mayor. That's counting the mayor.
The mayor controls. It's basically a sanctuary church. You know the name? And they just go along with it. And I'm trying to get a video to say, shame on the council or something.
Wiley, I didn't say this. I don't
ahead.
know. The other thing that I really wanted to say is this is a lot about the Hispanic people here. And I think that the Hispanic community should be up in arms about this, very upset about this, in the sense that when somebody here is illegal, when a person is living here illegally and they have children, they're actually teaching their children. They're a role model for their children. They're teaching them things like lying, and like the mayor who is doesn't live in this city, and yet in order to get elected in a city, you are required to be a resident of that city. And she is not. And so it's a terrible role model for our children, and I think that the Hispanic people ought to be upset about this, especially Christian churches ought to realize what they're promoting.
Amen.
Okay, that's
Amen.
it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can I say
We gotta,
something?
we gotta, we gotta,
Sure. You're live on camera. Go ahead.
What I think, it doesn't matter what I think, it matters what God thinks. And God is not a liar. And if we're to be like Him, then how can we let people that are running us be liars? It just doesn't make sense. It's okay for them to lie and get their jobs and get living in these high town houses with gated security, and they're taking their kids to private schools and all this stuff, while we live down here and have to deal with all the corruption that they've caused, only for greed, so they could get more money from Washington to build up their to build more bigger places to house more people that don't even belong there, and give them jobs that should be going to the American citizens whose grandparents and fathers have fought and died and have given up their limbs and blood for this country.
Amen.
And instead we're being ignored, and we're sick of it, so that's why we're doing this. It's for everybody. It's not just for us. And what we need to do is to get all the pastors to engage, like Wiley Drake right here. Brother Wiley is engaging because he ain't scared. And he knows he's right because God is his dad, just like he's my dad. And we'll all be with him in the end. And I just hope all these pastors that see what's going on get the picture and start preaching this into their message.
Amen.
Or else we're gonna lose this fight.
That's right.
It takes numbers. We have the numbers. We just need to engage them, put it in gear.
Amen.
The truck will run, but it will not drive unless you put it in gear. So that's what I got to say.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I guess it was Trump.
Now,
Well,
It should be announced.
Maybe you didn't see it.
Otherwise, they have no idea. That's there's 5
Robin, I hear them saying recall the 4.
Yes.
Who are the 4?
there are 5 city council members, Huntington Park City Council members. The mayor and 3 other council members voted yes to appointing 2 illegals to a commission seat. That is 4 out of the 5 council members. So when we say recall the 4, we're talking about the 4 council members that voted yes. 1 council member, Councilmember Amezquita, did the right thing and voted no. He voted with the citizens.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
The names, but I don't have the names.
You're hearing them
One is
talk about recall the 4. And
Got a pedestrian, everybody.
what a shame that in a city that is
Hear their name. They don't like that.
yeah.
If we could get the name going, what do you think?
I agree.
Wiley?
I agree. We will get the names.
But we
Johnny
got 'em on-
Panetta is the one that's really pushed it.
Can you give us
Johnny Panetta is the biggest push here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we the people
That's right.
rising.
That's right.
The name of the organization is We the People Rising. But more than even that, it is we the people that are rising to stand against illegal people that are breaking the law. We were asked when we came here by the police department, quote, who's in charge? Well, we the people is in charge. They want what's done right to be done legal, and that's what we're saying. We the people want the government to support the law.
Amen.
4 of the 5 politicians that run this city voted to hire illegal aliens. And of course we know we have a good example of that in one Barry Soetoro. Most of you know him as Barack Hussein Obama. He is not, was not, and has not become a citizen.
That's right.
Even though he's a member of the government. He's president of the United States. And I would encourage any of you who want to see the great bank of evidence against him.
Come stand with us.
Simply go to Where's Obama's Birth Certificate.com. You will find Sheriff Arapayo's evidence from his deputies. You'll find Orly Tates' evidence. You'll find Wiley Drake's evidence. And if you go on the website and put in Drake v. Obama, you'll see the whole case that went all the way to the Supreme Court. And it proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that Barry Soetoro is his name. Barack Hussein Obama was a Muslim name that he chose in college, and there's nothing legal about it.
He's a liar. He's a liar. That's all we're getting in office nowadays, a bunch of liars.
Clear the sidewalk.
Right, go for it.
Even I knew that one. I know, I understood that one.
Get my black t-shirt and it's yellow. And it'll say art. He's a liar. He lied to get where she's at. He's a liar. Liar. There's a liar. Oh, there's a liar. Unless it's okay to lie about it, to get a job being there. That's what she is.
Yes. All right. You want to be on air?
Just as.
Okay. Well,
Thank you.
we're what? I would not say that I'm for Donald Trump. I'm certainly considering him. He says a lot of good things, but I'm not sure I'm all for him yet.
Yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to know.
But I think a lot of these people are certainly probably for him. You would probably find, I know most of these people, and I would say that most of them probably are sort of like I am. They're still considering who would make the best president. Donald Trump has said a lot of good things, and so, you know,
USA! USA!
well, the legal stand.
Yeah, legally.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Legally is what we have to do. We have to abide by the law. Yeah, see, I can jump in a car and drive a car, and I'm a car driver, okay?
Yeah, but you don't have a license.
But I don't have a license, so I'm not a legal driver. Children that are born in this country to illegal parents, as I understand the law, and I'm not a lawyer. But as I understand the law, that does not make him a legal citizen.
Yeah. But you know how you said that you wanted to revoke the citizenship of children that were born to illegal immigrants?
Well, again, I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know the law.
Oh, but I just wanted to know your stance on that.
Well, my stance is that if you're in this country, you ought to be legal. If you want to be in this country, you ought to do it legally, not illegal. I don't care how old or how young you are. If you're going to be a citizen, you should be legal. It's that simple.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, or a resident or something, because everybody, it's not just Hispanic, it's everybody.
First of all, they go according to the schedule.
What we're trying to do, this is our sheet that they can. These were the four, and they call this person the Mafia Man.
All right.
But we're not going to say that, but we're going to call him boss. But anyway, these are the 4 and this is the one against. So now we're going to have an interview with this lady here, who's a resident, and I'm going to be behind you so she can see this thing.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to do the interview. What do you want to do?
Well, I'll let her do the talking.
Probably, yeah. And if I were CNA, I'd probably work in a hospital. I wouldn't bother with home health.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're at Huntington Park. Robin Vincent is the leader of a group called We the People Rising.
Are you a pastor?
I am.
Of which church?
First Baptist Church and Messianic Fellowship in Buena Park.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
You have to accept the salvation that Jesus died to be in heaven with God.
That's correct.
So you have to be a citizen of God to accept it. You have to really obey the tenets and what God has given. So to get to heaven, you have to accept Christ.
That's right. That's right.
And so to be an American, you have to accept the tenets of being in America.
Good analogy. Good analogy.
You know, to be a doctor, I'm a physician. You have to take all these exams, you have to study hard.
Okay, clear.
Then you can be a doctor. Can you imagine if, let's see, I didn't study at all, I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to go ahead and cut people up. Is that legal? Don't even need to be legal.
Well, first of all, even if it were legal, it's unethical.
It's a moral issue.
And immoral.
Same thing with being a citizen. You have to go to the tenets of life.
Amen.
Wait a minute. Where does the mayor live? Can I just go in and just take over the mayor's home? Because I figure I don't need to follow the law. Same idea.
Same idea. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Pastor Wiley, it's good to see you. Long time no see.
Yeah, good to see you again. God bless you. Tell our listening audience who you are. You've told them before, but tell them again.
My name is Lori, and I drove from Ontario, and I'm here to support my brethren and sisters here in Huntington Park.
Amen. God bless you. Thank you for coming.
No problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're in Huntington Park. This is a group called We the People Rising. People of all ages, all backgrounds, and they're here to say we need to be legal, not illegal. That seems to be a fairly simple process. I'm sorry, but I'm not an attorney, but I do know what it takes to be legal. And if I'm legal, I'm legal. If I'm not, I'm illegal. It's that simple. Whether you're in the mayor's office or the president's office, legal is legal. And as this sign says, uphold our law. Uphold our law.
Just see where I stuck in a couple extra signs on your photo. Okay, on three, squish. Squish, we need photos.
Somewhere.
Go back up over the curb.
On three. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Yeah. I was posting this morning, and I swear to God, I'm not being facetious. I was behind every illegal driver coming here because as I would pass them, mariachi music was coming out of the car so loud, my fillings were vibrating. You know, and I'm going, it's like 25 miles an hour on the freeway.
Civilians coming by! Civilians coming by!
Ooh, nice. Nice sign. How you been? Oh. What a village idiot. Thank you. Yeah, we want to.
We the people rising, ladies and gentlemen, on the Wiley Drake Show.
God bless you. Hey! You're a liar! You're a liar! I guess, is that's lady, I wouldn't want somebody to lie to get the job and have it publicized and then show everybody that it's okay, this is what you do. You know, it just ain't right. It's time we all stood up and did something.
That's right.
The churches and, you know.
Where are all the pastors?
That's what I'm Gerald? Hello.
This is good.
Rising.
Okay, you
We
guys
the people
in here because there's too many yellow signs.
Over here. I like that.
I like that. I like that.
Charles, we're going to have the interview back here if you want to.
Whenever you're ready,
record it.
just
We're
let
gonna
me
do it
know.
back here in the.
We're live on TV, so just tell me where to go.
So the first part you're going to cover is who voted and who voted for and who voted against, right?
this to be a long.
Okay. The second part is you're going to get the
that.
history, and I'm going to hold these up just like that. So if you
Okay.
get, I'm going to try and be. In fact, I'm
Don't
going to.
have my
Yeah.
the
you know
sun
what,
in my eyes.
So
Stand right here then. Stand right here.
no, she didn't want the sun.
No, stand right here.
Wouldn't it be good if we had the demonstrators?
Well, they've been on
We want
cameras.
everybody out here. We'll never get
So you
anything
can
done.
see my signs, right? I'm going to be right there.
Yes.
So you can. This will just be your cheat sheet.
Okay, you're gonna ask questions? Or
I don't know enough to ask questions.
Tell your story. Just tell your story.
And I
That's what
think
this
he
is
will
for.
bring this up.
Before you tell your story, tell us who you are and where you're from, and then tell
Hey,
your
you can do this after me, okay? You can do this after me.
Why?
If you would leave, I'm doing this interview.
Okay, go ahead. I'm just filming.
Well, you
We're in
can
a
do the
public
interview
place.
then. If you want to do the interview.
Well, no, you did the interview first.
Oh my my.
Come on, this is crazy. This is why we can't make any progress. What is it? What is it? A photographer's
You
ego
know,
or something?
I said our meeting last night reminded me of an octopus with arms going in
Like
every
herding cats.
direction. Yes.
All right. Are you ready?
You're a jackass.
Go ahead.
No. Come on.
Well,
let's
sir,
go.
why would you cuss me?
Because you're being rude.
No,
I'm
I'm
just
not.
doing an interview and you're butting in.
No, I'm not.
You're an asshole.
We're all on the same team. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Come
that's
on.
dumb.
What kind of language is that for
You're
a person
being
who...
rude. I'm
No,
telling you
not.
what you are. I'm
No,
just
I'm
telling
not.
you what you are.
No, I'm not.
Let's get the interview done.
You didn't interview me.
Okay, I'll be glad to. Go
why
ahead.
don't you come over here?
All
and
right,
interview
I'll be glad to.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, my name is Betty Robinson.
Okay.
And I'm from Tustin.
From Tustin. Okay.
Now, I drove this long way with my husband because I think this is such an important situation right
Amen.
now. The City Council has appointed 2 young men that sound like they're very fine people. However, they are not here legally. We are a country of laws.
That's right.
You can't decide which laws to keep and which can't. You need to keep all of them. And so we are here, most especially, this shouldn't go on because it will set a precedent. Once they do that, then everybody will start doing that because we have so many illegal aliens in this state. So we are here to oppose that. And then I guess you'll be interviewing other people later about the fact that it sounds like there's a lot of corruption in this city council.
We talked
So-
to one lady a while ago, and she's a 50-year resident here.
Wow.
And she said this is common practice.
Oh my God.
That it's been a long time corrupt city.
Oh,
What a shame. What a shame.
yes.
In
Because-
today's modern age.
Oh, absolutely. So more people have to stand up. I wish there were 1,000 people here because we need this information to get out.
Yeah.
People just don't realize what's going on. And this is the same with, do you want me to tell you about SB4? That is some legislation that is working through Sacramento. It is health care for illegal aliens. It has already passed the Senate. It is in Assembly Committee now, and it will be going to the floor. And because there are an overwhelming number of Democrats, it will go to the governor's desk. So when we hear it's going there, SB4, we need to inundate the governor with calls and emails and whatever. Because number one, we shouldn't be giving health care to foreign nationals. That's what they are. Maybe the Mexican consulate could help out as long as they're here. But even in the bill, it said it will cost us from $7 to $135 million, and that's a joke. That is a drop in the bucket. There are reliable sources that say this could cost up to $7 billion. And so it will just absolutely bankrupt. Absolutely bankrupt. Now, those people that are here illegally, we've always given them emergency care, and we've always given them OB care. And there you go.
Yeah.
So we need to be on the alert. SB4.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you so much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're in Monterey Park. And I'll try to stay away from that other interview. Didn't mean to irritate that fella. I was just simply trying to cover whatever's going on. And he didn't like the fact that I was trying to cover his interview. And for that, I apologize. And Raymond.
Well, hello.
I know you, but my listening audience
Unfortunately, do.
may not. But tell them who you are.
Raymond Herrera, and I'm a Minuteman, president and founder of We the People.
Amen. God bless you. And why are you here tonight?
I'm here because of Huntington Park's illegal alien city council and their mayor trying to impose their will on the American people by appointing illegal aliens to city commissions. And I'd like to have you know that it's against the law for immigrants, legal immigrants, to partake in political activities of We the People. And even though they say that they're not going to be paid, they're still in an advisory position, which means that they are still politicking. So therefore, I'm here to smoke them for as many times as I have to get them off this commission and bring a little life into Huntington Park.
Amen. Thank you.
All right. God bless.
God bless.
Like that. It's supposed to be 10 feet away from the sidewalk on the lawn.
Nice car. Nice Camaro.
Yeah. But of course, Engelmeyer can do that. Because he was big, you know.
Where's it put together? Next year?
¿Cómo están? ¿Bien? Es un problema de la gente. Los gobiernos para afuera. ¡Ay, ay, ay!
Ladies and gentlemen, We the People Rising is the organization, and they're here to say several things. One is Trump for president. Deport Medina Zetarane.
Yeah,
That's what that's.
Illegal alien council or commissioners.
Amen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to turn the camera off for now. And if we have anyone else that would like to be on, we'll have